Hi everyone, my name is Holly, and in today's video I am going to be doing my December book haul. Now this is probably one of the most exciting book hauls I have done in a while because holy moly, the amount of epicness sitting beside me right now is literally unreal. I have a bunch of arcs to share with you as well as some older fantasies that I decided to buy this month because you guys are a very bad influence to me in the comment section down there. Now I will be doing my birthday / Christmas book haul in a separate video. Actually, I think it will be my next video. So make sure to be on the lookout for that in a few days. Now, let's move on to these books. The first set of books I will be showing you were sent to me by Orbit, so thank you so much. I'm so excited to read all of these. And the first one is The Gutter Prayer by Gareth Hanrahan, and this one comes out January 24th. I probably butchered that. First off, some serious cover appreciation because it is gorgeous. Now I feel like The Gutter Prayer is starting to be a really hyped up book within the adult fantasy community. I've seen a lot of reviews saying how original and insanely action-packed it is, which is giving me Sinlin of Sins vibes. Now the basic premise of this book revolves around 3 young thieves who are also a part of the Brotherhood. Basically a thieves guild, but they are involuntarily caught within a magical war between gods and monsters and sorcerers. I can't wait to get to this one. It honestly sounds like a really edgy dark fantasy. The next book I have here is The Wolf and the Whale by Drujana Max Brodsky, and this one comes out January 29th. Now I've already started this book and it is so insanely beautiful, but it is quite dense in my opinion, so I have sat it down so I can get through a couple series finales this month. But I'm so excited to go back into it. It is very unique. This is a fantasy series set in 1000 AD, and it mixes Norse mythology with Inuit traditions. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that word wrong. And this book is very different in the fact that it's following a main character whose physical gender and spirit gender does not match. So she's born with a man's spirit in a woman's body. Her tribe is severely struggling within the Arctic cold of North America, and it doesn't help any when strangers arrive and cause chaos. This is a beautiful coming of age story, and I cannot wait to delve even more into it. The final book that was sent to me from Orbit is The Boy and His Dog at the End of the World by C.A. Fletcher. This is a book that I really want to read in January, but I kind of feel like I should wait to read it closer to its release date because it comes out April 23rd. I'll probably read it anyways, let's be honest. It is actually really short. So this is a science fiction fantasy with dystopian elements, so it has a lot of genres attached to it. We're following a young boy named Grizz who lives in a world where a vast majority of the population has been wiped out. One day a very mysterious man shows up to his family home and he is telling them all kinds of fascinating travel stories. When he leaves, Grizz realizes that his dog has gone missing, and the only explanation is that the mysterious man took him. And what does anyone else do when they have a beloved dog that has gone missing? Obviously Grizz has to go search for him. Oh, a dog story. This is probably going to be really depressing, and I swear if this dog ends up dying, I am going to riot. And the final arc that was sent to me this month, and I'm so grateful to have this in my hands, and that was The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons. This was sent to me from Macmillan, so thank you so much. This doesn't come out until April, and it came in this large box. It came with like a cup and a scroll and a bookmark. This is book 1 in a new epic fantasy series called The Chorus of Dragons, and what really stands out to me with this book is not only this really cool dragon emblem on the cover, but it's being compared to Joe Abercrombie. What kind of perfection is this? The story centers around a demon jailer named Talon and its prisoner named Kieran. Now Kieran is a musician and thief, and he finds himself in a lot of trouble because apparently of his origins, which is very mysterious. This book deals with gods and monsters, and it's honestly really thick. I didn't expect it to be this big of a fantasy, which I'm not hating. The bigger the better. In fact, how many pages is it? Oh, okay, it's only like 550. For some reason I was thinking like 700. Honestly, it's pretty big. Now on to the books that I bought this month, and obviously I have to buy an Orbit book, and that is The Wolf by Leo Carew. Yeah. Now the premise of the story surrounds war, specifically war between the North and the South, which then brings in our main character Roper, who is a young man who finds himself on the throne because his father has passed away. And he must struggle to find authority early on or risk being deposed. And we're also following a secondary character who is a common-born Southerner. So, ooh, we might be getting some spicy drama. Maybe an alliance between the two enemies? This sounds like a really gritty fantasy that a lot of reviewers are comparing it to Game of Thrones. Actually, every fantasy these days is being compared to Game of Thrones. If I had wrote a book, I would hope it to be compared to Game of Thrones. But nonetheless, I'm excited about this one. The next book I have here is Grim Company by Luke Skull. This is a bit of an older series that came out in 2013, but I have been interested in reading it for so long that I decided to buy it because why not? And plus it was $4 on Amazon. This hardcover, yeah, like, I couldn't pass it up. Now the story has a very classic traditional fantasy formula where it's following a land and its people who have been subjugated by these powerful rulers. So this ragtag group of people have to come together and take them down. A bit of a generic plot, but honestly, you had me with ragtag group of people, like mercenaries. Those are my keywords and I'm here for it. Up next, I have Sins of Empire by Brian McClellan. Now, this book was on my books on my Amazon wishlist video. I'll link it down below if you're interested, but I have it now. I told you it was pending in my shopping cart. I have yet to read a Brian McClellan book, and I hope to change that in 2019. This is actually his second trilogy, and I've seen people heavily pushing to read the Powder Mage trilogy first because it is set in the same universe, so I will probably have to do that because this book takes place 10 years after that one. So expect that book in a future book haul. The next book I have here is The Traitor's Blade by Sebastian de Castell. I finally have this book, people, after so many of you have commented. I now have it. It's been described as 3 musketeers in an epic fantasy setting, and I'm here for it. And actually, I did not expect it to be this short. Like, I expected it to be a little bit chunkier, but no. That's a little guy. This book seriously seems like it's going to have so much camaraderie and like humor and very bleak circumstances, which I love. Sounds like Kings of the Wild, and I can't wait to get to it. The next book I have here is actually a YA fantasy. I know there hasn't been any in this book haul, and that is Amber of Dusk by Lyra Celine. This was in the December Out Crate, hence the exclusive edition, which I actually really like more than the original cover. This book follows a girl named Sylvie who has the power of illusion, and she has always known that she has been destined for greater things. So she sets off on an adventure to the Amber City, where she is thrown into politics when she meets the Empress, and I'm guessing things get a little trippy. I'm excited to go into it. It is signed. That's the author letter. This video kind of went all over the place, but that is it for my December book haul. Like I said before, my birthday / Christmas book haul will be in a separate video very soon, so look out for that. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, and go ahead and subscribe. I upload videos every single week. Follow me on Instagram at HollyHeartsBooks and on Twitter at HollyNiece. And until we meet again, happy reading.